Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to our Level 2 class with me, Asfiani Urandi. How are you today everyone? Okay. Everyone, in our last meeting, we discussed two different techniques in cooperative learning strategy, namely numbered head together and student team achievement division. And today actually we are going to try to discuss another different topic. Yeah, are you ready everyone? Okay, let's try to take a look at some pictures I have already prepared. Okay, as you can see here, the first picture here. Yeah, in that picture, as you can see, there are two students. Yeah, in each group, there are two students who are standing and they're trying to explaining something, explaining the material, right? There are also two other students who are sitting and then try to listening the explanation from the other two students who are standing. The other group, the next group in the picture also do the same thing. Okay, that's the first picture. Let's try to see or check the second picture. In the second picture, as you can see, some students are standing and then trying to explaining, what is on their posters. And then the other student, they are trying to listen and then give the explanation from the standing students. Do you know what kinds of technique and cooperative learning strategy that use such stages? Yes, it's called 2-stay, 2-3. Let's take a look at the next picture. In this picture, as you can see, there's a teacher. She seems so happy, right? She looks so happy in that picture. And then she's having discussion with her students. And then every student in that picture is holding card. As you can see, the cards, there's picture on every card. Do you know what kinds of technique in cooperative learning strategy that using cards? Yes, that's true. It's called make a match. So today we are going to try to discuss or talk about two different techniques in cooperative learning strategy called 2-stay, 2-stay and make a match. But before we discuss more about it, I would like to tell you the learning objectives of our lesson today. The first, at the end of this class, hopefully you are going to be able to explain the basic concepts, the basic principles of these two different techniques. And then after that, at the end of this class, you are going to be able to demonstrate these two different techniques. Well everyone, these are about the learning objectives. Are you ready for the next discussion? Good. Okay, let me show you the map. Yeah, we are going to talk about 2-stay, 2-stay first. Yeah, there are some important things that we need to discuss. The first is short introduction, and then the characteristics, the phases, and then the losses, advantages and disadvantages. Okay everyone, let's start with short introduction of 2-stay, 2-stay. I do believe all of you here are wondering what is actually 2-stay, 2-stay. 2-stay, 2-stay is believed to gain student expertise in collecting the information and also reporting the information. Because in 2-stay, 2-stay, there are two students who need to go find the information from the other groups and then report it back to their group members. And also, this technique can improve the students' ability in reporting the result or sharing the result. Because there are also need to, two students who stay in their group and then answering all the questions from the visitors or the students from other groups. And also, this technique is believed to be able to implement it in all classes, all subjects and in all levels. And also when you combine it with numbered head together. Those are the short introductions about 2-stay, 2-stay. Let's take a look at the next thing that we need to discuss in this technique. Okay, we need to talk about the characteristics. Of course, when we are talking about a certain technique, there are 4 different characteristics. The first one, In this technique, the students need to work in group, cooperatively to complete the learning material, to comprehend, to understand the learning materials given by student. They need to work with their friends to help each other to understand the material. And then also in this technique, the teachers need to divide the student into group, with heterogeneous condition, starting from students with high, moderate and low ability. And also the teachers need to consider other elements such as students, besides the student achievement, they also need to take a look at the students' culture, races, gender or talent, for example. And then the last characteristic, awards are more group oriented, because they are working in the name or under a certain group. These are the 4 characteristics of 2-stage 2-3. Let's take a look at the next discussion. And I think this is very important for all of us as English teachers, right? The stages. There are 6 different stages that we need to do when we want to implement or use 2-stage 2-3. The first, of course, it will be the same or similar with the other techniques and cooperative learning. The first, the students are arranged in group of 4, right? So the teacher need to make a group consist of 4 students in each group. Then after that, the teacher gives tasks to each group. Then the students need to discuss, work together, share their opinion, about a given topic or material so they can understand the topic well. Then after do the discussion, 2 members of the group need to stay in their group. And then the other 2 students, they need to find out more information or results or materials from other groups. And then these 2 students who need to stay need to answer all the questions, give the explanation, tell about the results of the discussion to the visitors. And then after the 2 students who are, finding the information, they have already finished finding the information or result from other groups, they need to come back to their groups and then tell the other 2 students about the results, the things that they have already found from another groups. Those are the stages in 2-stage 2-3. Let's try to take a look. This is also very important, for us as the teachers, is understanding or comprehending about advantages and disadvantages. There are many advantages of 2-stage 2-3. The first, it can be applied in all classes and all levels. Maybe it can also be applied in other subjects, not only English. And then there is a tendency to be more meaningful for the students when they are learning in group. They need to be the students who are staying in the group or finding out the information from the other groups. So it will be more meaningful for the students. And also it is more oriented activity because they need to do a lot of activities, finding the information, reporting back, and then they need to tell the other students, answering the visitors' questions. And then it is also expected that students will dare to express their opinion when they are asking questions, when they are reporting what they have already got from other groups. They need to express their opinion. And then it is also increasing the cohesiveness, the cohesiveness and the confidence of the students, because they need to discuss with the students from other groups and also need to discuss with their friends in their groups. And then this technique is also believed to increase students' ability in speaking, right? When they need to ask questions to be visitors, for example, they need to ask questions. Or when they need to stay in a group, they have to answer their friends' questions. Of course, this kinds of activity will increase or enhance students' ability, especially in speaking. This technique also helps to increase students' interest and achievement in every teaching and learning process. Those are the advantages of 2-stage 2-3. But actually, this is the things that we need to anticipate as English teachers is the disadvantages. There are some disadvantages here. The first Tuesday to 3, yeah, needs more time for discussion. So we need to be very careful when we manage or when we do time management, right? Because of course every subject has their time allotment, so we need to be very careful when we manage the class, because normally when we give time for the student to discuss, they're going to need a lot of time. Then after that, the second disadvantage is teachers tend to have difficulty in organizing the class, especially when we have a big class with a lot of students. It will be noisy, it will be crowded, so we have to be very careful in organizing the classes. And then the students who are rarely works in groups, maybe when we implement or use this for the first time, it will be difficult for them. When they're not really accustomed to have discussion or speak to their friends, it will be difficult for them. So we need to anticipate our students who face or encounter such difficulty. Right, everyone, those are the advantages and disadvantages of Tuesday to 3. Do you get it? Hopefully you have already comprehend all the concepts of Tuesday to 3. Are you ready for the next technique? Good. Okay, let's try to take a look the next technique called make a match. I have a map here. We are going to talk about short discussion, short introduction, and then the objectives of this technique, the phases, and the last is advantages and disadvantages. Let's start from the short introduction. I do believe all of you here are wondering, what is actually make match? Let's try to take a look. This technique or make match is kind of technique, yeah, or it's kind of game that normally is going to lead to fun atmosphere or fun vibe, since we are going to give the students card, and then after that they need to find out the partner or the answer of their card. Yeah, so here in this technique in make match, the teacher needs to find some cards. One consists of the questions or given problem, and then the other one consists of the answers, and then the student with the card need to find out their partner. It's kinds of game normally is going to create fun atmosphere vibes in our teaching and learning process. That is the short introduction of make a match. Let's try to take a look the next thing about make a match. Is the objectives. There are 3 different objectives in using or implementing make a match. The first is social system, and then the second is reaction principle, and then the last is supporter system. And social system, I do believe, since like the other cooperative learning strategies, is going to increase students' ability and social skill. But when we talk about social system, the activity, when the students need to find the match of their card, it will create fun competition because they need to do it in a very limited time, and then the teacher also need to facilitate the interaction among the students so they can find the match of their card and also decide the best answer for the given questions. And then after that, the second objective is reaction principle. The teacher have a duty and responsibility to create comfortable, fun atmosphere to the student. And then the teacher also needs to show support for his or her student. And then the student has been made to get experiences for doing such activity by trying to finding the match for their cards. And then the support system, here there are 3 different support systems. The first is the teacher itself. We need to be a warm, responsible teachers, and then we also need to manage the class, prepare the media, the cards and the other media that you need in make a match, and then also the connection that will create a more open teaching and learning process. Those are about the 3 objectives of Make a Match. Let's try to take a look another aspect. It's called phases or stages. The first, the teachers need to prepare the card. And the card consists of 2 different cards. The first is given the card that consists of the problem or given questions, and then the match is the card that consists of answer. And then each student in the class, they're going to get the card. And then after they get the card, they need to find out the match or the partner who has the answer. So they need to match the card. Then after that, after they find that partner, they need to discuss the best words are the best answer, the best solution for the given question. And then the teacher is going to do the same activity like that, giving the card, and then the student need to find out the match, until all the learning objectives are achieved. Those are the stages and Make a Match. Let's try to take a look at another aspect in Make a Match called advantages and disadvantages. There are a lot of advantages actually in Make a Match. If I'm not mistaken, there are about 17 advantages, but I would like to explain it briefly. Actually, when we are implementing Make a Match, students are directly involved in answering questions because they have to try to find out the match of their card by themselves, right? Then after that, it can also increase the creativity of their performance because they have to find the match by themselves and also try to discuss the best solution for the given questions. This also can avoid the saturation of the teaching and learning process and also increase the excitement among the students, since like they're doing competition, they're doing a game. And then Make a Match will also create a fun, comfortable atmosphere for their students. Then the next is students can try to cooperate with their friends, with their partner, and then help each other after they find a match in a more dynamic ways. And then the next advantage is the delivered learning materials will be more attractive and interactive by the students because they have to do to comprehend the materials, understand the materials after they try to find out or do a game like find the match for the card for several times or for several stages after they complete until they complete the materials. And then the students certainly feel happy and relaxed during the teaching and learning process. The student will also participate actively, will be more interested on the subject. The student also, be able to express their idea, right, with their friends, with their classmates. And also this technique is believed to be simple and easy technique. And then the students also need to work together, learn together with their friends, and they may be able to enhance or improve their achievement or outcomes during the teaching and learning process. Those are the 17 advantages of a Make a Match. Let's try to take a look at the disadvantages. There are some disadvantages here and we need to anticipate as English teachers. The first is require guidance from the teacher to conduct the activity because we are going to do some phases. For example, when they have already found a match, then we discuss about it. We can continue to give another different card until we achieve the learning objective. So we need a lot of teachers' guideline here and we need to be very careful. And then the time that we have when we are doing teaching and learning process is quite limited, right? So we need to manage the time well, and because of student is not to play too much. Let's say play too much while they're having discussion, And then the teacher need to prepare adequate materials and tools before we implement Make a Match. And then also it's the same like the other cooperative learning technique. The class will be noisier, the class will be more crowded than the others, so we need to be careful. And then the students will be tired over time when they find out the games is too much for them, or also it's not really matched with the test. For example, they're learning about something in through the game, but we as a teacher provide different tasks. Yeah, they will get tired or about such thing. So we have to make sure the materials that they're going to learn from the games, it will be similar or the same with the evaluation or assessment. And then the teacher needs adequate preparation for instruments, material that they need in the teaching and learning process. Those are the 6 disadvantages of make match. Hopefully after you have already know about the advantages and disadvantages, especially you can anticipate those problem, so you can prepare a good class or better class. Well everyone, those are all the basic principles, all the basic concepts that you need to know about make match and also 2 state to 3. Okay, hopefully all of you have already understood about it. Don't forget to do these exercises. We have already provided some exercises. Yeah, the first one is the basic exercise. You need to answer some basic questions related to the material, and also we have already prepared exercise that will give you opportunity or chance to demonstrate those 2 techniques in cooperative learning. Well everyone, that's all. Let me close this class by saying one of my favorite quotation from John Dewey. Yeah, he said that education is not preparation for life, education is life itself. So for all of you here, my beloved student, right now you are on the right track because you are involving yourself with education. Right now you are university students, right? So keep going, keep moving, best of luck. See you in the next video. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.